It is delightful to see you here. What a packed crowd. And of course, I see a fair bit of green out there in honor of the upcoming St. Patrick's Day. We want to open with a word of prayer. So would you join me? Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for an opportunity to be here in this room with so much wonderful fellowship. Lord, we are grateful for staff and residents alike who we just come to just love and love being near. Father, we are so appreciative of all the people that you've brought around us, that you've surrounded us with, and each one is a blessing. Lord, I want to pray especially for our wonderful friend Tanya, who is hoping to be back on Monday, and we are expecting that. We just really pray that you would encourage her heart and that you would continue to strengthen and heal her husband, Andy. So bless this meeting now. Help it to surprise us with some wonderful things. And we pray all of this in the name of your Son, your only Son, Jesus. Amen. Now, since it is almost St. Patrick's Day, I thought my wonderful friend here, Ben, could help me give us a little exposure to that Irish culture. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Irish.
Irish who?
I wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Warren.
Warren who?
Warren, anything green for St. Patrick's Day?
Can I go?
Knock, knock.
Who's there, John?
Pat.
Pat who?
Pat on your shoes and let's get to St. Patrick's Day. Knock, knock.
Who's there? I can't even keep a straight face. It's so bad. Who's there, John?
Clover.
Clover who?
Clover here and I'll tell you. Knock, knock.
Who's there, John?
Potty.
Potty? Potty who?
Potty gold at the end of the rainbow. We'll be here all week, laddies. And may you all get to heaven a half hour before the devil knows you're missing.
I don't know. I'm not sure I can go after that. That's good. Welcome, everyone. It's a great full crowd today. So we're getting Dale. I don't see Dale here. He always has the count for spring. Dale's our maintenance director, and if I can ask him any day, he'll say there are 15 days until spring. So I'm not sure what that is now, but it's getting closer. Today, I wanted to just kind of share a little bit with you about my role and also how that fits into Dallas Retirement Village as an organization. So I know sometimes people are like, what do you do, Dave? And you're in the office and you're doing this or that, but what do you actually do? And so I thought I would tell you today. So on the board, we'll see this. Okay, we tried to make it bigger, so I realized that if it's a little too small still, we can always blow it up a bit. And it's on the back of your handout. So that way you can go home and get your magnifying glass out if you need to and find some of those things on there. But I just wanted to kind of show you just a little bit about the organization and kind of how we're structured. So Dallas Retirement Village has been around for 75, now getting close to 76 years. In that time, as an organization, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and so we have a board of directors that oversee us. It is a volunteer board, so the board does not get paid, and they are a volunteer board of people in the community. And I'll go through, in fact, we could look at that now. We have two boards, actually. We also have the Dallas Foundation Board, and so the foundation is kind of the arm of DRV that helps raise funds for a variety of things, always related to residents or staff as far as helping assist them. do we want to look at the next slide? We can see who's on the board. So we have our board members here. On the left side is the board for the Dallas Mennonite Retirement Community, Inc. That is our parent organization. And so these are the individuals that serve on our board. On the right side, we have the foundation board. And so again, this is a volunteer board, and they are there to provide support and direction for our development director, who is Sue Lamb. And I think many of you know Sue. So let's go back to the other screen. So part of the role, my role is we've got, this is actually a condensed version. We have a much larger version there's more positions, but I thought we would kind of look at this really directly as far as how this fits and kind of what my role is. So I'm the executive director, and so below that these are all the people that report to me. We've got our assisted living administrator, so that's one of our large areas. That's Tracy. I think you all know Tracy, or most of you do. So she oversees the memory care as well as the assisted living. We also have our health center administrator, and that would be Amanda Ingram. I don't think Amanda's here today, but she's responsible for everything as far as in the skilled nursing center, healthcare area there. And so she's got, director of nurses. She also oversees and supervises Hillary in life enrichment. And then we also have the social worker there, department director for that. On the end, we've got Dale, or actually dining director, excuse me. That would be Mac. The director of facility operations is Dale, and Dale also oversees our environmental services. And that's Kim Glover. So Dale oversees that area. You have John. We've got Melissa is here. So Melissa is the director of resident services. And so Melissa is probably the one that you see one of the most, because her responsibility is really, she is the liaison for you. So if there's anything that you need or any questions you have, any concerns, issues that are kind of on a day-to-day operational thing, Melissa is the one that would be the main person that you would talk to about that. Wellness director, that's kind of a new position. We've had a wellness program, but we've not had a director, and so I think we're all excited that Francie is now doing that. I think that's been a passion of hers, and we're happy to see that she has been able to take that on. And I think for those of you that have been around some of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about. The energy that she's bringing, I think, is a lot of fun. In fact, I know she's going to talk about that. I thought maybe this was just for me, because it's like a gentle reminder for me to exercise. Director of marketing, so that would be Tanya. I already talked about Tracy there. Director of Accounting Services, so that's Brenda. Brenda's in the back room, and she oversees our support, our business office and accounting functions, so accounts payable, payroll, accounts receivable, those kind of things Brenda oversees. And then the last one here is the Director of Human Services, and that would be Kansas, and she's in charge of, or she oversees kind of a lot of the staff support that needed for all of our staff. I have an executive assistant, and I think this is your first time here. So Susan, why don't you want to come up? Maybe many of you know Susan. It feels like she's been here because she stepped in from day one, and it's just been such a smooth transition. So Susan Fink is the executive assistant, and so she has been a wonderful addition to our team. She lives right here in Dallas. I don't know, do you want to take a few seconds and just tell them your life story?
No prep for this at all. So I do live just about a mile from here, so you'll see me here Monday through Friday on a regular basis. Even in the snow, there's no problem for me getting here. So my office, I took over Franny's space over there, so you know where to find me, and just come by and say hi anytime. Introduce yourself.
I may have to apologize because I did not give her a prompt for that. So yes, we're very happy that Susan's here, and she's going to be, I think she's going to be a great asset to us, and we're looking forward to working with her. Okay, so that's in a quick overview, kind of the structure of our organization. As all of you know, Dallas Retirement Village has independent living, we have assisted living, memory care, and our health center. In all, we have about 440, give or take, 430 residents. Sorry, Susan. We have about 430 residents, and I think around 270 or 80 staff. So it's a large organization, a lot going on, and again, just kind of I think I said in the looking ahead, it's kind of like the duck on the pond. So our goal is for you to see the duck very smooth, very calm. You don't necessarily need to see what's going on below the surface with the legs churning. So we try to keep things moving forward, and so the only way we can do that is with a great team that we have. So, quick question, or is there anything that I can answer about this? I know that's a lot of information. What is LCS? Oh, LCS. Okay. That is a great question. I was actually thinking about I would bring that back another time, but I'll tell you, LCS is, where are they? Oh, okay. LCS is Life Care Services. They are our management company. And so as an organization of this size, you think about it, a local board of volunteer people coming in, they're not necessarily experts and business people in the industry, and so this become such a challenging area to manage that we've brought in, the board brought in kind of a management company that has expertise in senior living. And so what LCS does is it supports the operation here as needed. They do not own DRV. And as far as the board and the organization is a standalone, and so the board, or excuse me, LCS is a company that basically provides some of the support that is necessary for us to do our job. Great question. Okay, I know I've taken probably more than I should have, but thank you for that. And again, if you think of something afterwards and you want to run by or ask questions, certainly feel free to stop by and be happy to help you to answer. So, thank you.
I like Dave's blazer, by the way, today. Green plaid. Oh, from Scotland, there we go. I don't have anything green, really, so John allowed me to wear this hat. Can you guys all take me seriously if I keep this on for my presentation? Okay, awesome. Well, welcome and thank you for coming again. I think we have a great crowd today. And Lita, how are we doing on time? Oh, she forgot her whistle. Okay. Well, we're off the hook then. Okay, so a couple of updates that I have is the town hall survey. Thank you for filling that out and turning that in. I did receive quite a few responses to that. So I want to go over some of the details that we found out with that survey. And I did put this in looking ahead. So you may be getting this information twice, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We'll make sure that everybody gets the info. So the top 3 reasons why residents listed that they attend town hall is to be informed of Dallas Retirement Village news, of course, introduction to new residents and staff, and life enrichment highlights. And then top 3 reasons or responses of what residents would like to see at town hall, a time for question and answers. Super excited to talk a little bit more about that today. More special guests and community presentations, and then follow-up communication. So first of all, on the follow-up communication, I just want to say that we are recording today. So we're all, you guys will be able to view this presentation on our YouTube channel. And what we're going to do is we're on Odyssey. Okay, we're hoping to get that linked into Odyssey. We should be able to do that with no problem. I know that we used to do that prior to COVID, so we're recording, and I think that's a step forward because that's something that I've heard from you guys that you want to be able to have the information again. We also have Susan taking some notes, so we'll see what we can get put together for that. And then we'll just continue to move forward and get better on our follow-up communication for town hall. So as far as, oh, sorry, could you go back just one more time, Haley? Thank you. For the question and answer period, do you guys, you can just give me a show of hands, what do you think? Is it more helpful to have time for questions and answers after one person speaks, or hold it till the end of the show? Show me hands for one person. Okay, very good. And show me hands for at the end of the show. Got a couple, okay, good. Well, I think today let's go ahead and roll with, let's do it after each person presents if we can, and we will work our hardest and our best to repeat the question that comes out so everybody gets a chance to hear it. You're welcome. And then one more thing, just real quick too. We do have headsets now, along with the recording. We have some great headsets. Hillary has some in her hand. If anybody would like to use one, we have Hillary and Dale walking around with some. You can put those on and you can hear the show just directly.
They make it, you can adjust your sound to as loud as you want it to, and it goes through the sound system.
Dave has his hand up. Dave's gonna try it out. I put one on too, they're pretty good. Okay, I think I'm gonna take that off now. All right, how's it sounding, Dave?
It sounds great.
Good. Okay, what else do we have? We have fun stuff. Okay, so special guests and community presentations. I definitely agree. I want to see what we can get here. I know that I've heard comments on getting somebody here from the garbage company. I forget the name of the garbage company here in town. Republic Services. Good, thank you. So I'm going to work on getting in contact with a rep for that to see if we can have somebody local come do a presentation for us in that area. We had a couple of other suggestions on the town hall surveys that you guys turned in, so I'll make sure that I go through and get kind of a list of what you guys thought would be good, and then we'll work on providing that for you. In the meantime, if you have more suggestions, please give me a call, and I'll get it added to the plan. Plan moving forward, right? Am I boring everybody now? Okay. Let's see. And I think we're ready for the next slide. There we go. Thank you, Haley. She's moving me along. So staffing updates. I did hire a new weekend day shift gal. Her name is Jessica. She's going to be starting this coming Tuesday is the hope for new hire orientation. She is amazing. I think that you guys are really going to like her. Let's see. And then at that same time, as you guys all know, as was put in the looking ahead, Haley will be transferring over to Life Enrichment. And so once I get Jessica in and trained, the weekend of the 18th and 19th, then the following week we're going to be transferring Haley over to Life Enrichment. So she will be up over in the health center after that time. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, support and support groups, very good. So this is something I want to touch briefly on. We've talked about it a lot in our council meetings. Some suggestions for just having more support groups here for you guys, for spouses caring for their loved one and whatnot. So we're working diligently to try to get that provided to you guys. The Alzheimer's Association does do a support group here in town at the Dallas Senior Center. we do have a flyer on the back table here if you're interested. It has, I think it's every Monday at like 10 a.m. or something, but once a month. Oh, once a month. I wonder why I was thinking it was weekly. Okay, once a month. So we're working with a representative, hopefully, to be able to provide also a support group here, but what we've heard in the past is because they were already coming to the senior center here in town that they won't go to two places, but we're trying to find a way around that. So I can't guarantee we will, but we're working on that. And if we don't move forward with that, then we'll explore other options outside of the Alzheimer's Association. There's a lot of other resources available. So if you are interested in support group or resources on anything here in the community, as far as care goes, we do have some good handouts at the front desk, including a packet from Northwest Senior Disability Services. They kind of list a whole shebang of resources that I didn't even know was available. So if you're interested, stop by and pick it up. I think I might be done now. Let's see, do I have a next slide, Haley? I think I just had 2 slides. Oh wait, I do have one more, okay. I guess I'm winging it here. So we did promise you guys quite a while ago that we are going to be starting an Odyssey class, and we're going to be getting that going. Thank you to Haley. She got one scheduled and on the books. It's going to be me and her doing the first class together, and then from there, I'll just take it over from that point. So Odyssey 101 workshop with Haley Smith and myself. If you're new to Odyssey or you want to get set up, or you've even had Odyssey for a while and you have more questions about it, you can come to the workshop and we'll take you through a few basic parts of Odyssey and what it looks like. And you can ask questions. We'll get you the answer, and if we don't have it, we will find it and get back to you. So on all those notes, do you guys have any questions for me? No questions. I can't practice repeating the question? Okay. Alrighty, well, thank you, everybody. Next up, I believe we're going to have Caitlin.
Hi, my name's Caitlin. And I wonder if you could all do me a favor. We're going to just try a little exercise here. Would you all stand with me for just a moment? Man, you guys are fantastic. You may all be seated. Thank you so much for coming today. It's wonderful. Thank you for being here. That's great. All right, we're all moving, right? It feels good to move. Hey, I wanted to, I'll just jump right in if that's okay. I wanted to, you may have to, my name isn't Caitlin. That's good. I probably should clarify that. My name is Ben, and I'm the Community Relations Coordinator. I work up the hill. I have started doing the Roundtable events monthly. How many have heard of the Roundtable event? Not enough of you. So this is your official notice. Roundtable events happen the 3rd Thursday of every month right here, and it's been fantastic. I have seen quite a number of you start to come to Roundtable events. The purpose of the Roundtable event is to get to know me and to understand a little bit more about what assisted living and memory care look like. And I think, if you were to ask any resident who has come to a Roundtable event, they would tell you that it is absolutely worth your time. So please, put that on your calendar. The 3rd Thursday of the month at 10 o'clock, we always have some food and drinks for you. And I would love the opportunity to meet with you and to just build relationship moving forward. I am also here in another capacity today. I am also a pastor. I'm on staff at the Grove Community Church, and I am so excited to be talking about today an event that we're having right here at Dallas Retirement Village. It's called An Excellent Adventure, and we are hosting an Easter weekend family event for our entire community, not just the DRV community, but the Dallas, Oregon community. And so we are in the process of stuffing thousands of eggs that are going to be hidden on our beautiful grounds. Thanks to Dale and his crew. They do an awesome job keeping it looking nice, don't they? Yes, yes. And so we are going to have, hopefully, hundreds of children and families from our community. But here's where you come in. If you have family that are local to this area, maybe not necessarily to Dallas, but maybe within driving distance for a day event, we would love for you to invite them to this event. This is a great opportunity for you to spend time with your families, your grandkids, maybe some of you, your great-grandkids. We're going to have a whole lot of fun together. We're going to have a lunch that will be very inexpensive to purchase. And so we're looking forward to just a really great time. There's a stack of these flyers in the back that you could grab today on your way out. You can also get them with Mary at the front desk. And if you would like to help, if you would like to volunteer and help stuff eggs, be a part of the under the water, is that the analogy that we're using now? Like, you'll see the duck, but if you want to be a part of the paddling under the water, the Wednesday before April 8th, which is April the 5th, up in the Health Center Chapel, we're going to be stuffing eggs that day. So you could be a part of stuffing a couple hundred eggs for us. We'd sure appreciate it. 5,000. Well, I was just saying, like, you could do your part in stuffing a couple hundred. Yeah, thousands of eggs. Thousands of eggs. That's lots of candy, okay? All right. Did I miss anything? Can I go sit down, please? All right. She's kicking me off. Thanks, guys. Good to see you.
Did he mention he's a pastor? He's very good at speaking. Well, hi, I'm sure you're excited to see me a little sooner than normal. I have a few reasons for that. The main one is I am trying to get you to write me a positive review. I've talked about this for like probably 3 town halls. You're probably getting sick of it, but I haven't gotten a resident review in a very long time. And we are in a contest with LCS, which I am so glad that Dave went over what LCS is, because they are our management company and they are expecting a lot of us. So I am hoping today to get some positive reviews out of you. Doesn't have to be today, but if you need help writing a positive review, because technology is hard, it's not always easy, I have made a sign-up sheet. So this sign-up sheet, the reason I'm going early today is because I'm going to pass this around while people continue to speak. So this is going to go, I'm going to start it over here, I'm going to make it zigzag, and then we're going to go over here and zigzag forward. So what this has on it is I have an email, and I would like assistance writing a review with my email, or I do not have email, but I have a smartphone. So put your name down for whichever one you'd like help with, if you need help. If you do not need help, I have a QR code at the back of the room when you leave today. I will put it there, I promise. It's not there yet. But when you leave today, there's a little card. It explains what to do. It's just a QR code that you scan with your smartphone, just like you were taking a picture. It pops up a label there. You click on it, takes you to write a review. It's super easy. But if you need help with that, just put your name down right here, okay? I'm gonna have Haley come grab this from me. We're gonna start it with the Schusters, and it's gonna go around until it reaches the front over on this side. Last but not least, I did not put a slide up here for new residents today, and I have a reason for that, because we don't have any new residents. If you can imagine, we haven't had anybody move in yet because we didn't have a vacancy. But I did see a familiar face, Mr. Dan Dabercow. Would you stand up? We have not been introduced to Mr. Dan yet, so here he is. He moved in a month or 2 ago.
I'm still settling in because I've got a lot of irons in the fire. But I've heard so much good things about this. I'm just amazed. It's wonderful.
Well, he said he is very happy to be here, and he's still getting settled, but he's very excited to be here. So thank you for introducing yourself. All right, I'm done. Please write your name if you need help with a review. That's all. Oh, and coming up next is the Ray Committee.
Thank you. Well, I'm not a very good joke teller, and I know I can't keep up with the pastor. But Vern Beeson shared one with us at dinner last night. And I think you all know that I'm a dog lover. I walk a big greyhound dog. And so this joke kind of stuck with me. He talked about a person whose dog ate a couple of the Scrabble tiles, you know, that you play Scrabble with. Well, there's no word from the vet yet. Thank you, Vern. My name is Carol, and this is Kathy. We somehow got talked into sharing together the Ray Committee chairmanship for this coming year. I want to start out by, first of all, thanking last year's committee who got the Ray Committee off to a really booming start. I'm going to name a couple of names because they really stand out to me. Bill Hansen, number one, who kept that going every week. And he had a couple of sidekicks that produced some wonderful stuff for us. And I think we really need to, all of us, thank Ray Schaefer and his wife, Rita. They came up with some super duper stuff that went out to everybody. So thank you to last year's committee. Kathy and I are hopeful with our new committee that we can somehow come up with some things that are going to even top last year's events. The committee met last week, and we have decided we're going to go ahead with another silent auction. So everybody be thinking about what you've got, what you would like to pass on and share with someone else that could bring in some money for us. You know, I think we need to go back over what the Ray Committee stands for. Residents appreciate employees. This is our way of saying to our employees, we really appreciate what you do for us, day in and day out. Everyone from our housekeepers to our groundskeepers, the people who serve us in the dining room, people up in the nursing home who help to take care of us once we end up there. We don't have an opportunity to tip these people throughout the year, as you would if you were going out to eat or if you had a maid that came in and cleaned your house. So this is our way of saying thank you at the end of the year, with a little bonus to these people who have stuck with us